Okay, let's start chapter. Now, what are the ways you can create and display Excel files? In Microsoft Excel, you can create a worksheet using templates, print your data to display it, and make your worksheet into a web page. Now, in this presentation, we'll try to know how do I create a workbooks for a specific task? How can I navigate through a large worksheet? How can I convert worksheet to web page? How do I set up page for printing? And how can I convert files to a different format? And in the end, we'll talk what vocabulary words should I review. Now, to create a workbook, the complete specific task, use the template. There's a lots of templates for budgeting, accounting, family budgeting, all these things is available. Or you can use a blank workbook. Now, Excel comes with a common template such as invoice, sales, and expense report, and budget that contain useful formulas and preset formatting already. You can also download template online from the Microsoft Office online. So the time card template is designed to total your hours and calculate your weekly gross, for example, or pre-tax pay. That's a template there. Enter your hours and wage per hour. Now, if you need to add more information to a workbook, such as additional weeks to a time card, you can have a new sheet added after the template and insert by inserting a new worksheet. Now, if you no longer need a particular worksheet, you can delete it. So to change the order of worksheet, use the organize sheet command. And Excel allows you to arrange a worksheet in order to most logical to you. And we saw it in a video. Now, to navigate through a large worksheet, you can split, freeze, hide, and arrange windows. In two parts of a worksheet are too far apart to view at the same time, you can split them and you can use it from the view and the split. Splitting the windows divide it into two panes that you can scroll independently. So you can have the top moving independently or the bottom or the right side or the left side, depending on how you're splitting. And to restore the single windows, just you need to double click any part of the split bar. Now, if you move far enough down or to the right in a worksheet, you will no longer see the rows and the columns highlights or headings. So what do you need here? You need to freeze the heading to keep them in a place where you move around. And also you can arrange several workbooks to organize them on the screen also. You can also hide a workbook from the view without closing it. Now, to convert worksheet to a web page, you can open the publish at the web page down here and save it as HTML or HTML dialog box. Now, this will convert the information into format that can be viewed on the internet. Now, just in case the other side don't have an Excel. Saving an Excel document to a web format means that people can view it even if they do not have Excel. Now, they can view your data through a common web page. Academic skills check. What common task can Excel template help you to perform? You can use the template to help you to complete the task, common tasks such as creating and filing out invoices, time card, sales report, expenses report, and budget, and many, many more. What is the time card template designed to do? A time card template is designed to total your hours and calculate your weekly gross or pre-tax pay. How do you view the two parts of a worksheet that are too far apart to see together? And you can do that to view the two parts of a worksheet at the same time. Split the windows to divide it into two panes that you can scroll independently. Tech check. How can you save a worksheet so it can be viewed on the internet? And that to make a worksheet viewable on the internet, save it as a web page. Now, to set up a page for printing, first you go to use the print preview. And you can see it here, the print preview. The print preview window shows you what a worksheet will look like before you print it. Now, this helps you to decide whether your worksheet will be formatted the way you want it when you print it. Now, keep in mind, use a page setup to change the paper size and the page orientation. So you can have portrait size or landscape, for example, and also the paper size. You can adjust it. Could be letters or different stuff. The default page orientation is portrait, or what you call a vertical. But you can also, for a horizontal layer, you can change the orientation to landscape. Now, landscape orientation can be very helpful if your worksheet contains a lot of columns, require a wide view. Now, click print to print the entire worksheet. Once you print, you print entire worksheet. To print only a selection of worksheet, such as a range of cells, you set the print area. And when you set the print area, a header is, you can have a header is the text that appears on the top of the print page, every page probably. And a footer is a text that appears at the bottom of the printed, could be, anything you want to put, for example, page number. To add a header and footer, you can use a page setup dialog box. And the header and the footer can contain the file name, uh, sheet name, number of page, current date, or a name of author. We can do that as a footer or a header. Now, if you want your worksheet to fit on a single printed page, you can decrease, as you see here, the margins so they can fit in a single. And then you can see print preview if it fits in one page or two or more. To change the worksheet margin, you can also use the page setup group or page setup dialog box. By default, when you click the print button, the current sheet prints. And to print all the worksheet in the file, select print the entire worksheet. So if you want to print, you can, when you have one sheet is open, it will click that by default, but you need to, if you want to have more than one page, you click entire that. So you can save your workbook in another format so it can be used by another program. There's different type of Excel's formats. To save a workbook in a different format, use a save and send command or even from the send itself. Now you can save a workbook as a web page, as a text for a Word document or database, or as a data for data programs such as a Microsoft Access. Now let's do some tech check. How can you share your worksheet with others who do not have Excel? To share a worksheet with others who do not have Excel, save the worksheet as a web page or as a formatted text or print the worksheet. Now, how can a landscape orientation be helpful to how you organize and print your worksheet? Landscape orientation, which is horizontal and landscape. Landscape orientation can be helpful if your worksheet contains lots of columns requiring a wide view. How do you print only a selection in a worksheet? To print a selection in a worksheet, such as a range of cells, set the printer's areas, print from here to here, or you can highlight it and print it also. There is some vocabulary that you need to review. A margin, which is the amount of space between the text or data and the edge of the page. Header, text that appear on at the top or head of every page, such as the author name, the page number, and the footer is the text that appears at the bottom or the foot of every page. Template, a guide that contains useful formulas and preset formatting of a particular type of workbook, such as invoice, report, card, time card, or budget. Split, to divide a window into two panes that you can scroll independently. Page orientation refers to whether a page is laid out vertically like portrait or horizontally, which is called landscape. Print area the part of the worksheet or workbook that is selected to print. Freeze to keep the heading in a place while you can scroll through a worksheet, and we can see it in a video. That's it. Thank you very much.